I have talked about high school many a time on this channel, and so I feel like it's only right now to cover a complete guide of high school. When you come into high school, you will be 14. You would have just finished middle school. And for some people, it's the most exciting, exhilarating shit time of their lives. A lot of people don't like it. And as someone that has finished high school, I can tell you there are very good reasons for that. Reasons I will cover in this video. High school is the start of your pimple-faced adolescent years, where your days will be filled with nothing but social anxiety and horniness, on top of the sky-high expectations people have for you to get into the best colleges out there. So for a lot of people, it's quite a stressful time, which is very understandable. For me personally, it was very stressful. My parents, although I love them, really wanted me to go to a good uni, and so I had to work my ass off. They're not gonna be very happy seeing I made a video about my penis. There's a lot to cover, and if you guys like this, I might do a sequel on college or something. Because I've just started there, and whoa, I can tell you, it's very different to high school. When you first enter high school, one of the first things you will experience is the school bus. Now me personally, I fucking hated my school bus. I lived in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, and so I had to get the school bus into school every single day. And when you live in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, that means there's fucking no one on your school bus. So for 2 hours each day, I would just sit on my phone on the bus and do nothing, which eventually turned into quite a productive time. That's where I ended up editing a lot of these videos here, so take that as you will. But I also have experience with more packed school buses, as when I was a kid, my parents moved. When my parents moved, they moved to a house that was closer to my school, so I would only have to get a half-an-hour bus ride each day. Oh my fucking god, in this moment I realized that we had moved to the ghetto, because the type of hoodlums, the type of people that were on these buses, fuck! And I don't want to sound like an 80-year-old that just hates on children for no reason, but there were so many annoying fuckers on this bus. Keep in mind, this was in England. So imagine the most annoying person possible, and then imagine them with an English accent. That just makes everything 10 times more annoying. And I have an English accent now because of them. English accents have to be up there with the top 10 worst accents of all time. All my American viewers, if you think I'm lying, search up a Birmingham accent. Just search it up real quick. Just stop this video, pause the video, and search up a Birmingham accent. You will understand what I mean. Now, once you've got off the awful, godforsaken trip that is your school bus ride, you will enter into the school, and you will go to your first class. Depending on your grades from middle school and how smart you are, this will completely dictate the type of people you'll be hanging around with for the rest of your high school years. In my school, we had sets, which meant that the smart kids were with all the other smart kids, and the fucking idiots, well, they're called set 8 for a reason. Me personally, I was in the middle. I was the most bang average student. I was not smart, but I did know my alphabet. I couldn't figure out Pythagoras' theorem, but I could count my toes. And so this meant I was around a lot of the average kids, the quote-unquote normal kids. Normal in quotation marks. Because oh my fucking god, if I can give you any piece of advice for your high school years, is that you should be friends with the smart kids. Because 9 times out of 10, these smart kids are going to end up in a 10 times better situation than anybody that's down there. Pause. Whoa. That's a pause. Now that you've made some friends and you've started to talk to people in your class, you'll probably head off to the canteen with your newfound buddies. And soon you'll realize the type of gruel you'll be eating for the next 4 years. If you're lucky enough to be let off campus for your lunch times, please do not take that for granted. Because poor souls like me and all my friends had to eat every single day in the school canteen. And the food in the school canteen, some of the food that was served up to me in my high school days was absolutely absurd. Personally, my school went through something that they called a healthy revolution, which is just code for serving shit food. They replaced the waffles with apple slices, Cokes with waters, the fries with cucumbers and hummus, and it just left everyone so much worse off. I don't get it twisted, I love cucumbers and hummus. But at school, if they seriously expect me to walk around school with a pot of hummus and 3 cucumber sticks, they have got something coming for them. But now, even though it's complete and utter ass, you've secured your food, you've secured some friends. So what's next? Well, finally, you have to do some schoolwork. And at this point, you may be wanting to kill yourself, which is how I felt. But I'll personally tell you to hold on. Put those hours in. Start studying. It is very helpful. I feel like as I get older and more wise and more old, I have to start setting a better example for the youth. So please, don't start making fucking YouTube videos. However, I do have some queries, specifically about school homework. School homework is fucking awful. Whoever created school homework deserves to be stuck in hell for the rest of their life. I'm not even going to tell you the guy that made his name. I'm not even going to Google it because I don't want to bring any negative energy towards this guy, because Lord knows enough people hate him already. Because schoolwork makes no fucking sense. They seriously expect us to sit in a classroom, not move around for 6 hours a day, go home, and then do even more work? Bro, something ain't adding up here. The maths ain't adding up here. Like, please, just keep the schoolwork in school. That's why it's, please, just keep the schoolwork in school. I mean, I know it's called homework, but I don't give a fuck. Just rename it. However, another topic I want to talk about is if you are lucky enough to be in a classroom with some people you like. Because Lord knows, that shit changes so quick. My school changed classes every single year, which I guess it is good to talk to new people every year. But bro, I already told you I went to a bit of a ghetto school, and so that meant that 99% of the people in my school were just fucking retard. Like, I would not be surprised to find out if like half of my school back in the day is inbred. It genuinely could be the case. I mean, inbreeding is not a joke. I'm not making a joke here. This could genuinely be the case. England has one of the highest levels of inbreeding from way back in the day in this modern time. Like, have you seen King Charles? Have you seen that, brother? He's like for sure 50% inbred. He has to be. And so every year when I switched to a new class and had to mingle with the youth, fuck, I sound so old, and talk to new people, 9 times out of 10, it just meant I sat next to an absolute retard. Also, do not get me started about class seating plans. Anyway, high school. It's a very important time with a lot of strange things going on. And I'm not here to talk about the strangeness of your changing body. I'm here to talk about the fucking crackheads that end up in the same area as you. And when I say crackheads, I mean other students. Because high school is great until you run into some shitty people that you absolutely fucking hate. And then high school isn't great. The only people that love high school are the people that peaked in high school. So if I could give you one piece of advice, it's that don't fucking peak in high school. So be good. Do your homework. Go to class. Don't do drugs. Hard drugs. And live, laugh, love high school. I promise this is not a sponsored video by the government.